Peace and greetings, everyone. It's Christina from Witches and Company, and in this video, I'm going to talk about KaliMa. It's also written as KaliMaha or Maha Kali or Ma Kali. I've also seen it expressed as Mama Kali. This energy, and I have my notes, so I'll make sure I didn't miss anything. First, I want to say the zodiac that this energy belongs to is Scorpio, and Scorpio is the 8th house, which represents transformation, death, and changing the way that you used to do things or you used to see things. Other names that this energy is connected to would be Oya, Mama Bridget, Segment, Baron Samedi, and those Scorpio or November Day of the Dead type of deities. The planet that this energy belongs to is Pluto, and Pluto is the planet furthest from the sun, and it lives in darkness, and that is about how you transform things. The chakra, I missed this part earlier. I did a previous video, but I missed some key parts, so I wanted to make sure I did a different video to bring everything together. The chakra that this is connected to is the third eye, and the third eye chakra only understands black and white. It doesn't understand color, and that's sometimes where we need to transform certain things within the third eye and how we receive that intelligence, which projected how we took on the situation or anything like that. So when it comes to KaliMa, it's usually depicted as a blue or black deity, depending on what art you look at. And then in the art, you see a woman or a feminine energy. You see smiling big with her tongue out. This symbolizes her happiness and her joy. And she has her hand extended, which it symbolizes to fear not to fear the change. That change is good, not to fear the transformation. And then the other hand, she has her machete or her sword, and then she has the head. And what we need to understand is that the head that she's holding is her old ways. She is not cutting off someone else's head and walking around with it. That is her old head that she's holding, and that's why she's happy in the face and smiling, because she has transformed her old ways. So the key words for KaliMa would be death, destruction, creativity, power, and creation. And she's also known as the goddess of time. And that's what I want to explain. As you guys know, I have math for us, guys. So in mathematics or algebra, when we are solving for the x or solving for the y, what we do is we subtract from one side and then we add on to the other side. So this is what KaliMa kind of symbolizes, how in life you can't just chop something off and then go away. You have to subtract and then add on. In the Nation of Islam, and one of my greatest teachings that I took from that experience and that journey was Elijah Muhammad, when he discusses slaying heads, slaying egos, removing of the head. He specifies that when you remove the head, that you must replace it with something different. And I think that's very important when we understand what KaliMa represents. The story of KaliMa is kind of similar to the story of Sekhmet, as if it's about the gods called upon KaliMa. They called upon her to transform or to destroy something. And when she came down to earth, she just got destructive and started tearing up things, and she didn't know when to stop. She just kept going and kept going and kept going. And this symbolizes a story that we are supposed to learn from this energy of what it represents. It represents that when you destroy something, it must be replaced with something better, or you're just going to be negatives and living in darkness. So it's very important that when you destroy something, that you replace it with something better. I know that we would like to think that KaliMa is coming to destroy other people, but that's not the message of the story of KaliMa. When you call up on this energy, you are calling up on her to transform yourself. The multiple arms that she has represents different timelines that you have that have created the path that you are now. So we know that all paths that we have created, or the web that we have woven to today, symbolizes where we are going. So certain paths and certain incidents create who we are today, based on our beliefs and our feelings about certain situations. So We know, like I said in algebra, if you subtract to one side, you have to add on to the other, or the answer is no solution and the answer is false. We cannot get the answer if we don't do one thing to one side and then on to the other side. So we cannot just chop off heads and not replace it with the better heads. And then in trigonometry, and you guys know this is my favorite subject, but I'm going to go a little bit deeper. But in trigonometry, and this results in life, we hear about this phrase all the time when you're signing a contract or signing, you know, a loan or a job or something. You always, they ask you to sign on the dotted line, to sign on the line. So in trigonometry, this is called a sign line, S-I-N-E. And if your name is not good, or your credit is not good, or you don't have enough for what you're trying to purchase, what do they ask you to do? They ask you for a cosigner. This is because your name is not powerful enough, your credit is not good enough, so they ask for a cosigner to sign up under your line. This is what KaliMa represents. So it goes, this would be a sign line to represent, sign way to represent the paths that we go and everything, how it all comes together. And so in KaliMa's representation, an example would be if you were 3 or 4 years old and your father abused your mother. And now that incident and that situation has determined the path that you have taken. Now, when you see a man abusing a woman, you automatically go to attack mode, or you automatically go destructive because of that one event that led to the next event. Or you get depressed, or you get sad, and you get stuck in a certain place, and then you start doing drugs, you start having sex, you start lying and cheating and scheming, and it's from one event that has led that path. So KaliMa, with her different arms, symbolize the different timelines that we have. And sometimes we must destroy those timelines. We must do regression, go within ourselves, meditation, and go see what led to that destructive pattern that is coming forward in the future. So with it being Scorpio season and KaliMa energy up on the earth, it's all about transforming those ways of thinking. A lot of people think that you can call on KaliMa to destroy or to slay someone else's ego, and that is a destructive point of view of thinking of KaliMa, because first of all, these deities are not outside of us. Every deity is within us. So when we call upon our inner deity to slay somebody's head, are you doing it out of love? Or are you doing it out of your ego? If it's not done in love, you're just going down a destructive path, which will result in your own ego being slayed. So if you think you can go around telling people they're wrong, they don't know about their beliefs, you have opened the door for those same things to come towards you. If you tell people you don't know what you're talking about, you're opening the same door for someone to tell you that you don't know what you're talking about. So when we invoke and we call upon these destructive energies like KaliMa, Oya, Sekhmet, Mama Bridget, Baron Samedi, they're not destructive. You may be destructive. The energy itself is not destructive. When I called upon the energy within myself to connect with the universe, to discuss KaliMa, one thing the energy kept revealing to me is I'm not a demon. I'm not a demon. Why do people see me as demonic? Why do people use me to do evil things? Why are people calling on me to hurt people? When you call on KaliMa, you must be willing and ready to sacrifice your own head and to ask her help to replace it with the better head. You cannot call upon these deities to hurt other people. That's wrong information. That's very detrimental to spiritual growth. To even think in your mind that you can call on a deity to hurt someone, this really deals with your psyche and your own innerness. Because if someone hurts you or abuses you or attacks you, you must still be in a state of love, compassion, understanding, seeing things in black and white and not what you think them to be or what you feel them to be. I get questions sometimes about magic where they want to put spells on people or to harm people. I don't participate in that. That's one thing I do not do, because I know that that's very destructive, and what you're doing is opening a door where the energy that you called upon to destroy someone else will just turn right back and destroy you. Everything must be done in love. Darkness is not negative in a bad way. This shows your own intelligence and your own beliefs, that you believe darkness to be evil, that you believe darkness to be hurtful, that you believe darkness to be revengeful. That's a belief. That's not exactly what darkness is, and that is what you're projecting. Darkness is nurturing, it's compassion, unconditional love of I love you no matter what you look like. I love you no matter what I see. So when we call upon this deity KaliMa and we want to slay people's ego, we just want to cut their heads off, please be sure that you are adding on. Because if you're not adding on, you are collecting a bunch of negatives. And we know that in mathematics, we have the 0 point line, and then we have the positives, and then we have the negatives. So if you're just negative, 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 and not adding on at the same time, remaining neutral in the 0, you subtract, you add, you subtract, you add, you subtract, you add. When you start subtracting, 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 you're going further into darkness and not into light. So if you're going to subtract something within yourself, not on other people, but within yourself, you have to add on a better way of life, a better head, so to say. So her hand is extending, saying, fear not, it's okay to transform. And then the other one is showing you the head. This is my old head. This is who I used to be. I'm not ashamed of who I used to be. This is the new me. This me made me now. This is very, important to know. I hope that you guys really understand this energy that's up on the planet right now, and that we are not using KaliMa to be destructive, or we are not calling on energies to attack people. I'm going to do another video on 11/11 about Pluto and transformation, and the days of the old days, or the old unknowing days of the days where we did not know any better. We now know better. We are in the age of knowing. So in the age of knowing, you should know that these deities exist within you, and you cannot call on a deity to attack somebody or slay somebody or hurt somebody, because you will have to pay for that. If you are a magician, a teacher, and someone who's teaching that type of information, or people come to you with that, transform them. Darkness must be transformed in the light. That's the only way to transform something. You can't transform it in the dark. Darkness cannot penetrate light, like the phrase say. Only light can penetrate darkness. So make sure that you understand that darkness is not evil. And if you are believing that darkness is evil, revengeful, spiteful, vindictive, you need to reflect within yourself and ask yourself within your own darkness, is your darkness evil? Is your darkness revengeful? Is your darkness vindictive? Because the deity itself is not that way, unless that's the energy that you're pointing her to go to. Because like the story says, she just came and she started destroying everything, but she didn't know specifically what she was supposed to be destroying. So when you call upon this deity to transform, destroy timelines, help better create a better future and a better timeline, make sure that it's for good, that you are trying to destroy something within yourself and not to attack other people, because those days, guys, are over of those teachings. My KaliMa within me is here to take all those old, destructive, medieval, unknowing times. They're just not going to be able to go into the future. Moving into the future, we're in the age of knowing, where we should know better. We are in the age of knowing that love is the law. Love is the law. So love is not hurting anybody. Love is compassion and understanding. Ask KaliMa to help transform your thoughts and your beliefs. about situations or experiences or trauma that you have been through, and to replace it with a new head that can help you have a more beneficial light. Darkness in this state that we are right now in Scorpio season, darkness being as dark as it is, we must, especially us in the occult world or the magical world, we must understand that we have to be light bodies, joy, happiness. That is the only way to slay darkness. You cannot slay darkness with more darkness. I know we like to think negative plus negative makes a positive, but that's a whole different type of subject. That's not life. You being mean and I being mean is not going to make the situation better. You hurt me and I hurt me and now we feel good. I don't think so. So be careful with our beliefs. Be careful with our understanding of deities, especially these destructive deities. Understand that everything is within us. The situations that happen to us are within us. If somebody is making you to where you want to hurt them, ask yourself, the KaliMa within you, why am I feeling this way? I hope this video really helped you guys. I meditated and prayed and really asked Spirit to help me deliver the message clearly, fully, not leaving anything out. This is probably the longest video that I have done. And I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you later.